Was Jesus a yogi? In our previous episodes, we explored the mystery of Jesus' missing years and whether his teachings hinted at ideas like reincarnation or influence from the East. But these questions all point to something deeper. A mystery not just about where Jesus might have traveled, but about the profound truths he realized. This leads us to a fascinating question. Was Jesus, in essence, a yogi? Now, I don't mean the kind who contorts into complex postures, but a true master of the inner world, a teacher of stillness, self-realization, and ultimate divine union. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 17, Jesus makes a statement that is radical even today. When asked when the kingdom of God would come, he replied, "The kingdom of God does not come with observation, nor will they say, 'See here,' or 'See there,' for indeed the kingdom of God is within you." Think about that for a moment. This single phrase sounds like it could have been lifted directly from the Upanishads, the ancient sacred texts of India. It's the core idea that divinity isn't some distant entity in the clouds, but a reality living deep within each and every soul. In yogic philosophy, this is the very essence of Atman, the divine self, the spark of God that is already present and waiting to be discovered inside of us. It's not something to be earned, but something to be realized. We see this focus on the inner world reflected in Jesus' personal practices. He often withdrew into solitude. The Gospel of Mark tells us, "In the morning, while it was still dark, he departed to a solitary place, and there he prayed." Luke adds that Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. These weren't just quick morning prayers. They were deep, intentional retreats into silence and stillness. Mystics throughout history would recognize this practice as communion, contemplation, or meditation, a deliberate turning away from the noise of the world to listen to the whisper of the divine within. This wasn't just about speaking to God, it was about being with God in profound silence. Then there's the curious incident in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 8, which reveals an extraordinary level of self-awareness. A woman in a crowd touches the hem of his garment, seeking healing. Jesus immediately stops and says, "Someone touched me. I perceived power going out from me." The original Greek word used here for power is dynamis, which means divine energy, inherent force, or miraculous power. To a modern ear, this sounds remarkably like a conscious awareness of prana, or life force energy, the subtle energy that yogis believe flows through and from the body. Jesus didn't just feel a physical touch, he felt a tangible transfer of spiritual energy. He was in tune with the very life force that animated him. And it gets even more direct. In John chapter 10, when accused of blasphemy for claiming to be one with the Father, Jesus quotes Psalm 82 directly to his accusers. "Is it not written in your law, 'I said you are gods'?" He wasn't being provocative for the sake of it. He was affirming a deep, hidden truth about the divine potential already dwelling within humanity. He was reminding them of their own inner divinity. This culminates in one of his most powerful statements in John 14, "I am in the Father, and the Father is in me." A yogi might describe this profound experience as samadhi, the state of consciousness where the individual self realizes its complete oneness with the infinite, the universal consciousness. Jesus called it being one with the Father. The language is different, but the described reality is strikingly similar. Consider his 40 days of fasting and prayer in the wilderness. This epic trial wasn't just about resisting temptation. It was a period of intense self-discipline, mastering hunger, silencing the mind, and overcoming the illusions of the ego. This mirrors precisely what yogic traditions call tapas, the spiritual heat or disciplined practice that burns away impurities, attachments, and illusions to reveal the true self. This was a profound test not just of his faith, but of his self-mastery, So where did these truths come from? Did Jesus learn them during his lost years in the East, a possibility we've explored in our other videos? If you haven't seen those episodes on his potential travels to India and Tibet, I highly recommend checking them out after this one. Or were these truths revealed to him through direct, personal experience? The same universal wisdom that saints, prophets, and sages across all cultures and time periods have independently discovered. Whether he journeyed to a physical place or not, his words and actions harmonize with timeless spiritual teachings that stretch far beyond any single time or geography. Perhaps Jesus wasn't influenced by yogic philosophy at all. Perhaps he simply embodied it. Maybe he represented the purest, most ultimate form of yoga, the perfect and complete union with the divine. Or finally, perhaps these instances are just cherry-picked, and Jesus was never a yogi and had no Eastern influence at all. Still, there seems to be room for interpretation. So was Jesus a yogi? The answer might lie in his own words. Maybe, as he said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. If this sparked something in you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more explorations into the hidden chapters of history and spirit. See you next time.